we boys, we gotta be honest sometimes though. How we kind of raise, or not really raise, what we learn throughout life is that if you can't play through your hurt, then you're failing. Like if we all playing basketball right now, but one of us get hurt, we're not gonna want to talk about it because we don't want to mess up the good game. But so sometimes we realize as a man, or that mindset trickles into relationships where we might be hurt by something, but we don't want to ruin the vibe
because you already had like a survival mentality.
Yeah, and we don't want to disappoint other people with our hurt. We don't want to disappoint somebody by saying, "Hey, I'm hurt. I'm not feeling that way." Or even back to the connection point. Hey, I don't feel the vibe is going really good right now, but we don't have a connection. I gotta cut this off right here. That takes some balls.
And I would feel like it also takes some balls to say like it's okay to admit that you're not okay. And I feel like back to the whole survival mentality, kind of breaking down. You brought up sports. If you're playing while you're injured, you're actually doing yourself a disservice because over time you're hurting that part of your body. It gets worse and worse. And your recovery time that's supposed to probably take like a month, will probably take like 5 or 6. So short term may be good, but in the reality, you probably just damage yourself more than you were supposed to. Yeah. So that survival mentality could be very toxic. It's okay to relax, take a breather, recharge, and just admit you're not okay, but you're actively working on yourself to be okay again. You know?
Yeah, that analogy was perfect. Like, the more and more you keep going at it, when it's not healed, the longer the recovery is going to take.
And not only that, you're a danger to her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
100%.
Not even if it's just cheating, but like, if you're playing through your hurt, or if you're acting like you're not when you are, you're a danger to her as well. Like, even as we said in the first episode, if you're not willing to count your unchecked self, if you're not willing to count your unchecked self as a danger to other people, you're a liability. If you can't check yourself, you're a liability. And I think that's something we as guys, we got to get through our heads, because we might be leaders, we might be brothers, we might be like siblings to other people, we might be fathers, we're going to be husbands in the future. But we got to make sure that we count ourselves, we can check ourselves on ourselves, because we're not perfect. Because as guys, we grow up, like, if you admit that you hurt, the game is over. But not only that, like if we're playing football as kids, right? One of us gets hurt and we gotta start crying. Hey, pack it up. We all gotta stop playing. Just out and third. Like, we grow up with that mindset of.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't admit when I'm hurt, not because I'm just trying to be bravado. It's like, I admit that I'm hurt. Everybody else feels. Like, everybody else having a bad time now. We're having a good time, but I messed around, got hurt, and now I gotta admit to other people. Why don't just play? Do that?
But then again, it's not fair to them. It's like they only celebrate you when you up, but they can't help you out when you down. The people who really care about you, they're not gonna like that. I'm like, dang, like, it's not fair, you know. And I feel like if you truly love those people, you got to let them in when you are feeling hurt as a man and stuff like that.
But that just comes with maturity. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a kid, you're not gonna let people in when you hurt.
No, yeah, but I'm like, when you reach a certain age or to a degree, yeah, that's what I mean.
Plus, everybody got their scars. You never know, somebody would have said something to you in this situation, or somebody. So now you kind of closed off from everyone. But that just comes with becoming a better version of yourself.
I agree, because I'm not gonna lie, that's a problem I did have, because the point where there were some things that, you know. Oh snap! I was about to go through. I was about to go through that.
Keep it overview.
But I'm just saying, it's like you let so many things happen, or you have so many emotions going within yourself, and the person don't even know that.
Right, bro.
And you having a vibe and time, and the person don't even know that you cut it inside.
Yo. And then when you mention it, she's looking at you like, what?
That's I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even fault girls on that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not their fault. It's just like
when you hold things in, when it finally comes out, it's literally a bomb.
That's why it's wrong to hold it in.
It's like
you gotta build it, but it's not something that's done overnight. You have to, and that's when I'm like, you have to start early on, because if you wait till it, like you said, till it bubbles up, it could be a catastrophe. But that's when I'm like, as soon as it's like you're waiting. It's like cancer, for example. You attack it early on. You wait too long, it's too late. It's the same thing when it comes to your emotions.
But sometimes with cancer, you don't notice it until it's in the later stages.
You don't know.
That's time.
But you don't.
Wait. Checkups though.
Yeah.
Checkups
the start.
But how many times? It's so common, especially in our community, for people to neglect checkups. I don't feel like going to the hospital.
That don't make it right.